Hey, so this video is going to be for the Steam achievements of Amnesia Memories version 1.02 on Steam only. So I'm only going to be going through the things related to the gallery, and hopefully it'll help you guys get the Memories achievement for all 5 guys, the Congratulations achievement, the Secrets Revealed achievement, and maybe the Memories Returned achievement. So before anything, I'm going to go off track and say that the Joker world is Ukyo's route. It's a hidden route that is unlocked once you achieve the good end for the initial 4 routes. So the good end for Shin, Ikki, Kent, and Toma. So for the Memories achievement, it's basically you just get all the CGs, so like the image collection for the guy of whatever. Because there's one for each guy. There's memories of Shin, memories of Ikki, and so on. So for Ikki, Kent, and Ukyo's, you just play through it normally and get the good end and the normal end. For Shin and Toma, it's a bit different because they have CGs that you get from another route. So for both of them, the third last one, so this one and this one, you get from Ukyo's route. So where you get it from Ukyo's route is on, let's actually open it first. So on August 18th, you're gonna go to a festival with everyone, and you'll eventually go off and do your own thing in pairs, and you'll end up with Ukyo since it is his route, and he'll ask you what you want to do. So you have to make the choice that you just feel like walking around, and what that'll do is it'll take you to watch what everyone else is doing, and you'll just automatically unlock the third last CG for both Shin and Toma like that. Let's click it, skip through it. See, you saw that one for Shin, and then that one for Toma. So yeah, you just make that choice and it'll pop up. You just have to go through the entire part. And then Toma has another CG that you have to get in another route. It's his second last one. I keep clicking that. Actually show you guys first. His second last one. So this one, you get it in Shin's route. You don't have to make any special decisions like you did in Ukyo's route. You just play through it and it'll pop up whenever it wants. So for the rest of their CGs, for Shin, you just play through it normally and get the good and normal end. And for Toma, you play through it and get the good end and the bad end. Yeah, his normal end doesn't have a CG, it's his bad end that does get one. I believe you have to get the second bad end for him, called We'll Be Together Forever. You'll be able to tell if you have all the image collections for that guy by looking at like the top right corner because it gives you a count. So here for Shin it says 33 out of 33 because I have all of them. And if it seems like you have all of them, like there is no missing image, but it gives you an insufficient count, try replaying the scene for that image because some of the image are able to change. So like, this one. Yeah, so like this one, the image changes, like they're able to change. And some of them change depending on your choice. So just click it, replay the scene, make a choice that you haven't made before, and see if the image changes. And then if it does, it can come back and look at your count and see if it's enough. So that's it for the Memories achievement, so getting all the CGs for the guys. Next, on to the Congratulations achievement. So that achievement is basically you have to get the CG. So like the image, like this one specific image to get that. Why did I leave the gallery? I'm an idiot. So basically you have to get this CG to unlock the Congratulations achievement. So what you have to do for that is you have to go to the mini games. So in the main menu you see the mini games, and you have to beat at least 3 guys in both games. So 3 in air hockey and 3 in rock, paper, scissors. It gives you an explanation here. It says, for bonus reward, beat at least 3 opponents in both games. So you have to beat at least 3 out of 5 of the guys. It doesn't matter who, you just have to beat at least 3 of them. So that's basically all you have to do. So for the secrets revealed achievement, what you have to do is just listen to the voice lines hidden within certain CGs. And if you look in the gallery, you'll see that there are some CGs with like this rose icon on the top right corner of the actual image that indicates that there are voice lines hidden within it. So some of the CGs that have a voice line are changeable, like this one. It changes. In those cases, both the original image and like the changed image have voice lines hidden in them. Every CG with voice lines hidden in them have a total of 5 clips. 3 short ones in one location and 2 longer ones in their own location. The longer ones are usually 2 to 3 paragraphs long, and the short ones are usually a sentence or a short paragraph. You can hear the dialogue by hitting Control on your keyboard and left-clicking the area that you want to click. You don't need to listen or read all the dialogue if you don't really want to. You just have to like get it to pop up. And you can just click it to make it go away or whatever you want. So in places where there are 3 lines, the lines usually don't repeat until you've clicked the area 3 times and unlocked all 3 of the lines. And after that, it'll start repeating because there's only 3. I used a guide to help me with this since it's so much faster, so I'll link the guide in the description box below. And note that for some of the lines, you need to unlock other lines before you're able to unlock that one that you're trying to get. So if you're clicking one of the marked areas in the guide and it's not working, try clicking another one if you haven't unlocked the others already. And also, some of the areas you have to click are blocked by the explanation window. So by that, I mean like this window here. So just hit C on your keyboard like it tells you here to turn it on. No, to turn it off or bring it back up if you need it. What else? Okay, so kind of went through that, but the guide does have some inconsistencies. So like some of the areas that you have to click or what it tells you is not really right. I don't know whether it's different because it's on another platform or whether it's just some kind of bug or if my game is just messed up, but I'm going to go through all the inconsistencies for the guide. So for Shin, this third one, this one that I've been clicking the entire time, there's lines on this image, and for this one, it's right, but the changed image, it gives you an area around here. The guide tells you to click an area around here. To be more specific, you're supposed to hit his choker. So if you're like hitting his collarbone or whatever, it's not really going to work. You have to click the choker or like very close to it. Yeah, that's basically it. And for the last one, this one, it's for the changed one. So like where her eyes are open. The guide tells you to click her face, but clicking her face does not work. Like I'm clicking it right now. It's not bringing anything up. What you have to do is click their hands together and they'll pop up like that. So the other 2 on the guide are right. It's just the one on her face isn't on her face. It's their hands together again. Yeah, that's it for Shin. So on to Ikki. Okay. For Ikki's, this one changes too, but for this one, the guide tells you to click the rose here and her torso, but regardless of where you click, it gives you the same line. So yeah, there's only 5 lines. So 3 wherever else it says, 1 wherever else it says, and just the 3rd one on her body somewhere. It doesn't matter, just not her face. It's just on her body somewhere. And This one, the one where their hands are held together, I had a lot of trouble with, even if I followed the guide, because it says click here, like their hands held together for a line, but clicking that, like I'm clicking it right now, nothing pops up, and so yeah, it's not there. I figured out where it is. It's actually right here on his jacket. You just click that and like the line will come up. There's another spot for this image where the guide tells us to like click back right here on like the seat. But when I first tried to do it, clicking there, it didn't give me the line. So I started like clicking almost every part of the image, and clicking in the corner right here gave me that line. And once I unlocked it, clicking anywhere within this vicinity gave me the line. So if I click here, it's going to give me the line too. But if at first it didn't, so try clicking like every bit of this section right here. The one with like the area marked for multiple lines is correct though. Yeah. And then for the second one, it shows out like this when you click it, but on the guide it gives you the full image. So what you have to do is basically zoom out. Oops. And it tells you how to zoom out. It says F key for shrink, so you just hit F and it'll like bring the full image. And then you can click wherever the guide tells you. Just note that in case you forget. Yeah. His third one right here. It tells you to click somewhere along his head. No. It's more towards his space hair accessory. So yeah. And then his fourth one. I think it's this one. Yeah. For the changed version, where she's crying now, the areas are right, but the location for like the 3 lines, so where it says multiple on the guide, it's not on his head, it's on his hand. So just make note of that. It's not his head. The head gives a longer one. It's his hand that gives the 3 lines. And that's it for Ikki, so on to Kent. So there's only minor problems with Kent. The guide tells you that in this image, like the one before changing it, there are 6 lines, but just ignore that. The creator said that the Steam version of the game might have taken out the 6th line, but even without it, we're able to get the Secret Revealed achievement now, so yeah. The guide also says that there's a line on his scarf for this unchanged image. There isn't. It only gives the 3 lines that you get from his face as well. So regardless of whether you click his scarf or his face, you'll get the 3 lines. It's the changed version of the image, like this one where they're kissing, where the scarf gives the 3 lines. So that's it for Kent. Toma's. Okay, so Toma's. Now, the areas marked on the guide are correct, but this is one of the ones I remembered where I tried to click for the line on his chest, but it didn't give it to me, so I clicked the hanger first, and then after I got that, then I was able to get like the line on his chest. So this is one of the CG examples where the order that you unlock the lines matter. There's more of them, but this is like the only one that I actually remember. So yeah, I was just gonna make note of that. For the second one here, the changed version of the image, so where his eyes are open, the guide says there are multiple lines on his hand, but that's incorrect because clicking his hand gives nothing. It's actually on his upper arm for like the multiple lines. And that's it for Toma's. Ukyo's, they're all right. So yeah, that's how you get the Secrets Revealed achievement. Just make note of what I said. Try to like decipher what I say because I know I like didn't explain it that well because I can barely talk, but I want to like make this to help you guys. So yeah, And like the last thing is, if you really want every CG in the game, including the ones in the etc. category, you just play the routes. If you have every CG for the guys, then you'll have almost all the CGs in the category. There's only 3 of them that you won't find from playing the game. And one of them is like the mini game reward, like we went through already for the congratulations achievement, so this one. And then the other 2 are these 2, this one and this one. I don't know the requirements for either of those 2, like these 2, because I just got them simultaneously with the memories achievement and the secrets revealed achievement. But I'll say for sure that if you have all the achievements in the game, then you'll have those 2 images as well. So yeah, that's it. I hope I was able to help some of you. Sorry you guys had to deal with the crappy audio. I don't have a proper mic. And sorry that I can't really explain things that well. But like I really hope that I did help some of you for like at least the secrets revealed achievement, because it seems like a lot of people are having trouble with that, especially on the changed version of Ikki's Cinema CG. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!